Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another reaction video. Today we have something that I think will be huge. We have the new special program for Genshin, but that's not it, because we're going back to MONDSTADT based on the cover art, which could be fucking huge, especially because Albedo's on the cover and he always drops some insane fucking lore. And you know I do like me some Genshin lore. Before I could pause the video, I heard like a split second, and it was in Japanese. I think it was the trailer because it sounded like Paimon. But that makes me worried about how many characters in MONDSTADT will be unvoiced. It's scary. I hope not a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm not. Oh Jesus, that's so loud. I'm not gonna stall anymore. Let's just get into this. Wait, we have a Windbloom festival? Oh. Okay, that's cool. Oh, any fontaine. What? 3 NPCs versus a main character. Who will win? Does she have a heart in her eye? Did I see that correctly? That's kind of cool. Oh, she does. Yeah. Huh. Where's the polar? I'm not pulling this character, by the way. Just so we're straight. I'll go for Eva. I don't care about anything else, really. Because we keep getting closer and closer to Skirk. And I really want Skirk, right?
そこのレストランからナタさんの野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて、僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。俺は付き添いでな。
Okay, Ifa is a 4-star. That's fine. Whatever. Ooh, the music is nice.
さあ行くぞ。
How the fuck does Kakuku even lift him? Like, what the fuck?
月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
参ったな。
ここは昔、
what the fuck?
レムリア時代に建てられた公衆浴場で、
What the
確か
fuck?
モデストの秘典に書いてあったような気がするわ。
Why are we going to remove? What the fuck is happening? What? Wait, how big is this patch? I feel like that's a lot of subtitles. Holy fuck.
俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃れたものかもしれない。
僕の師匠にして母の黄金レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。
Oh no, what is Albedo doing?
世界の真相を探せ。
Oh no, what is he doing?
なんで街の中に魔物がいるんだ？想像してたよりも状況がひどいみたい。
What the fuck? Gee, look what's going on. That's crazy.
セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
Excuse me, did they hear Sephiroth in there?
天の被告人セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長
What?
アルベド。
Wait, Albedo's on what the fuck did he do? What is gonna happen this patch? This seems insane. Who is this? What the fuck? What is going on? What? What the fuck? What is this patch?
天地が逆さになった時、人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら
What the fuck?
なぜ罪のない人を。
どうしてこんなことに？ミレットが襲撃にあって。
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。
今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お
なんだバルバトスか
ファルカ
Varka just knows? He just knows? What the fuck? What? Guys, this feels bigger than the fucking finale to Nutland. What the fuck is going on? What is this patch? What the actual fuck? I honestly don't even know what to say. There was so much, I don't even know what is real. Everything, but like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna skip this, cause who cares, but oh my god. That was crazy. Is this in English at least?
Hello everyone!
thank
Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Aressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Bro, Aoife's just like me.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech.
What?
It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks
That's
so much like a
crazy.
tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
Ah, okay. That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
Okay.
Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow. Exclusive?
Yeah,
What does
only
that
a
mean?
limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible.
Okay.
But what if she doesn't
That's some
like
Food Wars level
then
shit.
she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her
She just
mission as a
Gordon
chef
Ramsay,
is to
the
make
anime girl.
haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are
Okay.
short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Ha, okay. That feels like a personal call-out. But seriously, though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Yeah.
Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress
What?
of Meripede?
What the
What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be
She's a
revealed in
criminal.
Escoffier's story quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Okay, that's cool.
And travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers
What
get
the
to
fuck?
experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest. Nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is trust in Escoffier.
Wait, what?
She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm
That's
definitely
crazy.
a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it.
Okay.
Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which
Oh,
brings
freeze?
us to one of her
Ooh.
talents. When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage.
Okay, that's
the more
pretty good.
hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay, so it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect.
That's pretty
the
cool.
enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but Escoffier is not just a support. She can dish out damage as well.
Okay.
With an actual dish.
No way.
Oh god,
Yeah,
no,
and when
not the
Escoffier
pot.
unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. So with her ability to shred resistance,
Oh no,
she
they're fighting
basically
this
buffs her
guy.
own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
And she heals.
Incredible.
Damn.
Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef.
Uh-huh.
If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert
What?
it into a delicious dish.
What?
I've never seen a
That's
talent
kinda
like that
cool.
before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus, she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out in game.
Totally.
kinda cool.
So take note of
I
this
like that.
next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version
Navia
5.6,
rerun.
we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character,
Oh, Aoife is with them.
will also
Okay.
enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half
I mean, I'm
banners.
gonna
Aoife,
pull her
no way, bro.
until I get Aoife. So
I
if I
think
get
that's my
her
line, but
along
I
the
couldn't
way,
have
that's
said it better
whatever.
myself.
But I just want
And
Aoife,
another
man.
bit of really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
Okay. Oh no, no, not a how.
Eyes are on me.
No,
Lowly servants, behold the almighty
I don't
dragon
wanna.
lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about?
bro, I love Kakuku.
Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty dragon lord? Kahula how? Oh wow, no way, bro. What? You little... Oh dear, oh dear. Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you? You insolent, contemptuous... Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh?
Oh,
Seriously? Seriously?
I
Do
love
you even
Kakuku
hear
so
yourself,
much.
bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty dragon lord, Kahulao's wisdom is
God.
wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Ah!
What the fuck did I just watch?
Oh, you meant Kakuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well,
I mean, you started it,
Kakuku
Aoife.
is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you'd never asked, Jane. Absolutely.
Oh, they actually,
As most of you probably know, Aoife is a
tell us
Saurian
who
vet from the
voices
Flower
Vtuber,
Feather
that's
Clan.
nice.
In Natland, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in Natland.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life,
Yeah.
and now of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard
Bro,
how
Kakuku is gonna be the best
sick
thing
one
ever.
time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? How was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
Why did
guess, in theory.
Why does splash art
I don't
pause?
see why
It's not
not.
animated anymore.
Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in
Oh yeah,
no
of course,
time.
can fly.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather Clan is known for riding kukasaurs, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, whoa.
Oh,
His
and while
wings
we're on the
are really
subject,
big.
if
What
there
the
are any
fuck?
travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah,
Wow.
I see that.
I don't know if it will
Although
be
it
much
looks more
different.
like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating
Okay.
a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill, Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat.
Oh, he
and
heals
while in this
around.
state,
Oh.
Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal Animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Entire
oh, nice.
party. Ooh.
So, what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he
Okay.
can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well
Okay.
with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters
I mean,
that
he
can
will be
generate
triggering
night
the
soul
swirl,
points.
but yeah.
He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natland's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice,
Oh,
putting those
interesting.
medical skills to use. His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
I don't know if you
What
need
can I say?
anything
He
in
is
the
a
area,
helpful
but
little
okay.
guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6,
Okay.
the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials for Escoffier.
Huh. I feel like we faced
What does
something like
Aoife
this
use now?
before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like 2
Mm-hmm.
parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for
Oh.
their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's
Okay.
kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natland characters in Fontaine? Is it because of
bow.
a festival or something?
Not a festival, an amusement
Wait,
park
who the fuck are
organized
we
by
getting a
Navia
ball
and the
for?
Spina di
What?
Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natland produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop
Wait, they
of
still
the
didn't tell us the
festivities, a
second half
smuggling
of
case is
banners,
uncovered,
by the way.
leading Kaniche
I just-
and Risley to
I
cross
just remember
paths.
that.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Oh no.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kaniche? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Ahau
fair.
and Cuckoo made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to
They should
arrive
fucking
just in time for the ban.
revise that law.
Ahau was able to
or
hide, but the Cuckoo
fucking
got scared
flying
and flew
creature.
straight into the Palais Mermonia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out.
Oh.
Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know.
If it's
what it could
Risley,
be.
I have no clue.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are 2 dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon
Oh
to
yeah,
dragon.
I guess I forgot Saurians are dragons. Wait.
Go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we
Interesting.
can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust
about the
me,
bow.
there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the
about the
Cheval
bow, dude?
Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff, with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back.
Oh
Didn't she
god.
almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board. Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay.
What?
Her track record isn't great,
Okay.
but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and
Okay.
managing the staff. During each business
So,
cycle,
I
travelers
personally
will need
like
to
these
allocate
events.
their precious
I know not
funds and
everybody
action
likes
points
them,
to the
but
most
I
important
do
tasks
enjoy
based
these.
on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Management
Absolutely.
buff.
You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions.
What the fuck?
For example, an eclectic escapade.
Please tell me that this flying thing is like a beta test for a fucking flying mechanic in Snezhnaya. Please tell me this is what they're doing here. Dude,
Visitors can
please.
experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
I would kill
There's
for that
movie
mechanic, dude.
masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and
What the
seize the
hell?
treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one, so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Okay.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor,
What the
where they
fuck?
can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit
Uh-huh.
some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions.
Okay.
Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't
Please
worry
tell me
too
about the
much.
bow.
You don't have to go it alone.
Okay.
Aoife, bro, please.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Which does
Awesome.
what?
More Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me.
Please tell me what the bow
we
does.
still
Oh my
haven't
god,
finished
please.
announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to
Kinich
keep you
and
in
Raiden.
suspense,
Oh.
travelers. In the second half of version 5.6, we'll have returning event wishes for Kinich and the Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Plus, the Chronicled Wish banner will be returning in version
Chronicled Wish
5.6.
for Inazuma
I
characters.
know a lot of travelers have been
And they include Chiori in here because she is Inazuma. Oh, that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't need anybody here, really. I mean, I am missing how many? 1, 2, 3 characters from here. Wait, do I have Yaya? Maybe 4. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care
Waiting
that
for
much.
that. So check it out if you're interested.
Wait, if
Yeah,
I
you
get
have to,
Chiri's
and
weapon
best of
though?
luck on your polls.
All right. That was a lot of info,
Hmm,
so
we'll
let's
see.
take our first break. Here's the second redemption code, travelers.
Okay, I might get Chiri's weapon, dude. What the hell? Oh no, what is this? I'm gonna watch this. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna watch it because the music is a bop. Okay, they showed one event so far, the big one. So I assume that's supposed to take up our like first half. We still have the MONDSTADT shit to do, and that's gonna be hype, I think. Okay, that's it for the little animation. Let's skip ahead. Boom.
The
Okay.
Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Let's see, May 7th. Okay. Who is that?
Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The
What is
answers to
that?
these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
Why did they just play an ad? That sounded like such like an
Nice
ad.
voice.
Nice.
Archon
Shucks,
Quest.
So, we
Dude,
finally make it back
fuck
to
yeah.
MONDSTADT and Albedo's on trial.
Interlude acts.
And I don't
4,
even know what to
not
think.
6.
But something tells me there's more to the
Dude, we're
situation
back to
than meets
MONDSTADT.
the
This
eye.
is so
Well,
hype,
I've put
actually.
together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new
I just
clues.
hope that most characters
so,
are voiced.
Here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case
What?
is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have
Hertha?
compelling evidence
I'm
against
sorry.
Albedo, so the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court,
Hmm.
the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of
Oh.
headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
Oh,
So
wait,
I saw
detective
Jean,
missions?
Kaya,
Oh,
and
fuck
Julia in
yeah.
the courtroom, all members of the Knights
Love
of
those.
Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with
Oh,
Barbara,
okay.
Rosaria, and the other members
I was
of the
not
clergy.
okay.
Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting.
But he doesn't
sounds
know,
like a
I would
very
assume.
important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa,
Okay.
hold on. You just dropped two major names. Varka has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder
Oh,
why
I love this
Venti needs to
giant
get in
Dodo
touch with
dude.
her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around MONDSTADT has been skyrocketing lately.
Yeah, I don't read
Right,
those.
and now
but
there
they're
are
cool.
even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map,
Yeah.
we can see that
What
a lot
the
of our
hell?
old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional.
I mean,
Mondstadt was
Mondstadt
the
isn't
beginning
really a
of
big
everything.
city,
It's the
so...
place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something
What
to help,
the
but
fuck
travelers will
is
need to pass
this?
a trial first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then
I
let's
assume
take
it's
a
a
look
weekly
at
boss
what
then,
awaits
right?
them.
Because we haven't had another one yet. Ooh. This is so cool. Such a cool fucking concept. And I feel like this boss alone will have some interesting lore behind it. Because, you know, chess and the Gnosis are chess pieces, you know? I feel like there might be something there.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply.
Oh,
Look
that's
closely
great.
and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over
Oh
the second
no, they
phase.
can revive each
One
other.
wearing a blue
Oh,
hat.
I hate
Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The
Oh, we need to
boss has
freeze
some
them?
extremely
Ooh.
powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on MONDSTADT, a Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now MONDSTADT is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll
the
uncover
lore.
new clues about forces we've
lore.
encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version
Okay.
5.6 events.
Yes.
First up on the docket is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travelers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new
Okay.
wargame, Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
This wargame
Is
comes
this
with all new
Clash of
offensive and
Clans?
defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
They added Clash
what
of
do you mean?
Clans
Well,
to
for
Genshin
example,
Impact. That's
is it a melee
crazy.
or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break
That's
through
actually
obstacles
insane.
or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay
co-op?
is pretty simple.
Oh, this is
What
just
this
Clash
event
of
really
Clans.
tests
What the
is
fuck?
strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Okay.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first, or makes greater progress within the time limit, wins.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy.
I mean, it's just Clash of Clans,
Alright,
but that's
so
gonna be fun to play,
get
maybe.
tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Haha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your
PvP.
favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Thanks,
Okay.
bro. So,
That's
this
cool.
next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. then I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge.
Oh, that's interesting.
Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right.
More cards.
Moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action cards added to regular mode.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action
the
card
auto
updates,
mode is actually
the elemental
fun.
reaction effects are different.
That is actually fun.
And
I really
during the
like
match,
that one.
there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement.
Wait,
so the
4
gameplay
cards?
should be even more engaging.
Oh,
Travelers
whoa,
might even
wait.
be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents
Wait,
with
that might be cool as
unexpected
fuck,
moves.
actually.
That's right. And finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6. So
Okay.
don't miss out.
Yeah, that's
We
a
won't, and
classic.
let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other
Collab?
side, travelers.
Bye.
If it's some IRL shit, that's actually sad. But if it's an in-game collab, oh wait, we have a calendar for the events. Even shows you how much primos you get. Wait, no way, bro versus no you. What is this community event? What the fuck? That's quite a bit of primos. Yeah. Plus you have the Spiral Abyss with the theater. That's nice. Okay, let's go to here. Let's see, what do we have? I know about a few optimizations because they posted like the dev notes before the live stream,
Welcome
like a
back,
few days.
travelers.
But
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some
Imagine
travelers
that in
provided
theater.
feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the
What?
version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the Brilliant Blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be
never
available
felt
for
like those
completing the
did
star
much.
challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice?
oh yeah, now you get stuff
A
for the
restart
stars.
button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right? What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so
That's cool.
this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That is
understandable. It's
true.
important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all
That's
that
cool.
information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location
okay,
of tribal
yeah.
secret spaces as well.
Some of them
Similarly,
are pretty
at
hard
a
to
high enough
find.
exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Yeah,
Map
that
pins
always
have
sucks.
also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who really likes to go ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations.
Okay.
So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
Oh, club is out of game.
That's
bruh.
right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury
They
to
hyped
launch
me
2
up, but now I don't
limited
give a fuck.
edition sets.
Wow.
So,
Come on, man.
let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
Yo, guys, in all honesty, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna skip this. I literally couldn't care less about this.
But I have even more news.
Ooh,
In
new
addition,
album,
Genshin
nice.
Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah, the album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective
Yeah.
of Plenty and other regions. So stay
There will
tuned
be some
for the drop.
bangers there.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Easy.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo
a
Trial
nice song.
mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his
Oh,
side.
yeah.
But the mini games are always so fun and creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Well,
I don't know
that's
if
it for the
making
version
Clash of
5.6
Clans is
special program.
creative,
A
but
new
sure.
adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. Well, and with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Let's go. That is it, right? What the hell? April 30th? April 30th, more web event bullshit. Oh shit, that's 5 days from now. What else do they have in that event? What else are they fucking cooking? What the hell? Okay, that was that. Honestly, I'm just gonna say, before I knew that it's like a monsters related patch, I really thought we're just going to merge Javari, not gonna lie. That was what I thought. But if that's not the case, then probably next patch, right? Because 5.8 will be the summer event, and putting Merge Javari as the summer event just makes no sense, right? But now that we're going back to MONDSTADT, which means we're going back to Venti, which means next patch we might get Venti Quest Part 2, and we will go to Merge Javari with Venti, right? That makes sense, right? I feel like it makes sense. Either way, pretty hyped for the patch. I am really hoping that most of the characters in MONDSTADT are voiced, because it will suck if they're not. But either way, it's still probably gonna be really lore heavy. That's what I think. But that's gonna be it for the reaction. If you enjoyed it, it would be really nice if you could leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I will see you next time with whatever the hell comes out. I don't know. I'll see you then. Bye bye.